'Cause I got you. I couldn't ask for anything better. When would I get it?
There's a name sort of popped up on the screen, but we want to know how you like to be addressed. My name is Susan. I like to be addressed as Susan. What type of chronic pain? If you choose to share that, that's up to you. Also, the most important part of our sharing next is, how does our pain impact our lives? How does this chronic pain impact our lives? And Charlie and I are going to give you an example of that. And Charlie, I'm going to go first if you don't mind. Just
go right ahead.
My notes are right in front of me here because I thought about this because, of course, it changes over time. But I have osteoporosis and arthritis. I have had a total hip replacement. And what I have found is that it's the way this pain that comes and goes in intensity. It's much harder for me to do all the things I want to do. I might be able to do them, but it's harder and more complicated. And of course, we are going to talk about that in this workshop. The other impact on me is that it really makes me angry. And sometimes our emotions are triggered by our chronic pain. And I find that to be true for myself. So harder for me to do the things I want to do. And I get angry. Really ups and downs with the anger, frustration. So Charlie, I'd like, what I'm going to do is we're going to go around the room and I'd like everyone to say how they like to be addressed. If you want to share the source of your chronic pain, you can do that if you're aware of it. And what I really want you to focus on is the impact. And then I can take notes, but I won't be able to see everyone's face quite as well, Charlie. So just make sure I don't miss anybody, okay? Help me.
Sure.
With that, I'm going to screen share whiteboard. Oh, look at that. Now, remind me, how do I erase a beautiful drawing like that? Redo, undo, ding. So what I want you to do is we're going to do text right here. And what are the impacts in particular of my pain in my life? So if you think big picture in your life, and you've heard me already say, can't do all that I want, and angry. And so if you can, if somebody would like to, Charlie's going to go next.
Right.
And then we'll go one by one.
Yeah. So,
all of the above. My situation is arthritic. I've had lots of feces over the last 5 years, so I've got pain related to that. But most importantly, I've got some back issues that aren't ever going to go away, and they affect my lower extremities. So angry, hopeless, depressed clinically. So I'm not sure what more I can add to that.
Earlier, I can help you get onto the gallery viewing. Okay, rather than take up the time.
I found it.
Okay?
I found it.
Found it.
You were in a little square, and the little square had a little plus sign. And when I pushed that, everybody came up.
Yay, good job. Okay,
I'm going to get this down.
We want to hear about, your pain and impacts on your life in particular.
Okay, I'm Carmen Torres. I'm called Carmen. I had pain for a long time. It seems like I've always suffered from pain. I don't know why. I have siblings in the 70s, and they don't have any pains or anything that I'm aware of. We're not a family that shares medical information. We keep it very private from each other, which I think is really bad, because some of it is hereditary and life-threatening, and we should know. But so I can't depend on my siblings to tell me the truth or everything about what they're going through, so it doesn't help me. but I seem to have always suffered. One of my biggest things is back pain. I had surgery, back surgery 20 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And then that was better. I had a sciatica nerve there, a lot of pain in my ankle area, up my leg. And I had surgery and I got better. And then in 2019, and then I've always kind of like, never nothing like that, but I've always suffered from back pain where I have to go down
Yeah.
for a couple of days, come back up, be on medication stuff. And I hate taking medication. Anyone that knows me knows I don't take it like I'm supposed to. I do my research. I'm
Yeah.
my biggest advocate when it comes to pain. I don't
So
know any
also
opiates or
medication.
nothing
Medication.
like that.
Frustrating. Yes.
So I don't want to. I think my biggest fear is I don't want to get addicted, and I don't want my body to be immune. So I really do my research and be an advocate for myself. But in 2019, I went down for 2 months, bedridden. All of a sudden, a pain that I had never experienced before, um, and I just went to the hospital like 4 times. They kept injecting me with the strongest medication they have, and finally, I got hooked up with a specialist called Dr. Young, and he
Mm-hmm.
did some nerve burning procedures and it worked. But before that, I
Wow.
really wanted to end my life
Oh. Oh my goodness.
because it was the pain was too much, too much.
Yes.
And
Yes.
me and my husband were in planning of doing our church wedding. We've been married 33 years, but we always wanted to get married in the church. My daughter had to fulfill all my plans and my visions. And the day before that, Dr. Young had did the nerve burning procedures, but I tried CBD drops. I hate
Yeah.
marijuana.
Yeah.
I hate the
Yeah.
smell of it. I can't
Yeah.
stand it. And so I would refuse it at all costs. And my daughter had told me about the drops, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to try this. And it worked. It helped. I was able to get up the next day and walk down the aisle in our church wedding. And then I was okay. And then this past year, it was April 5th. I was fine the day before. I was starting to have some pain, that same sciatica pain. And I
Yeah.
thought, oh, this is familiar, but I'm sure it'll pass. And all of a sudden, I couldn't walk. I was down for four
Oh my
months,
God.
bedridden
Okay. Oh
again.
wow.
But this
Yeah.
time, the pain was excruciating all day, every day. Didn't give me a break. I couldn't sleep in my bed anymore, and I had just bought a nice new bed. I had to
Okay,
depend on a
Carmen.
recliner.
Carmen, I'm gonna interrupt just for a second. Please forgive me,
That's
but
okay.
I feel like you've been through so much, and I really appreciate you sharing. We're going to talk more about these things. Can you tell me? You've told me a few things. Is there anything else in terms of how your everyday life is impacted? And you've shared some around your fear and your worry and your thinking, your even suicidal thinking. How
Yeah.
does it impact you?
It impacts me. It puts me in a depression because I have an autistic son that
Mm-hmm.
depends on me. And I'm like considered like the matriarch of the family. I'm always
Yeah.
the strongest and I always keep the family together and everything
Yeah.
on point, organized. And when I'm down and I see my family has to take care of me, I don't like it. So,
Yes.
and some of the things I have are back pain. I have shoulder, chronic back pain, chronic shoulder pain. I have osteoarthritis that affects me. And
Mm-hmm.
I have like heartburn, kind of acid reflux stuff. So I have a few things going on. And
Okay.
it's just, I feel like I'm not too old to be going through so much pain, but I know I'm not young. I'm very proud to be 57, but I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
what's happening? Like, what? So it
Yes.
affects me because I don't want my family to have to take care of me and help me, even though I have
Yes.
such a strong, loving, supportive husband and children. I'm so
Yes.
blessed, so blessed.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So that has helped me to get along, as well
Great.
as my spiritual faith. I'm very spiritual, so
Great.
I have
So that's a
tools
tool.
for that.
And so
Yeah.
what I'm going to do, Carmen, is just stop you there because I really appreciate so many things you're mentioning are things we are going to be talking about, finding ways to support each other and the
Mhm.
decisions we make. I want to make sure we get to Adriana so that we can take a quick break and then come back and actually get into talking about pain and
Yeah.
what is pain. So let's go to Adriana. Adriana, can you just share with us your pain, the source of your pain, if you would like, as well as the impacts on your life?
Um, So I have lower back pain due to some bulging discs I have, as well as knee pain from an accident I was in as well.
Yes.
Um,
Slice of a lemon. Picture it in your mind. You can feel the lemon rind in your hand, the texture of the lemon. Now lift that lemon up to your nose. You can smell its strong citrus aroma. Next, bring the lemon slice to your mouth and take a big bite of the lemon. It's so juicy. The lemon squirts all through your mouth, and you can taste the tart lemon juice filling your mouth. It's so juicy, it dribbles down your chin. Just taste the juice from that lemon. Hey, you can open your eyes now. Now, is anybody holding a lemon? Did anyone have a reaction of any kind? Yeah, Myra. Oh, you're on mute. Yeah.
Oh, my mouth is full of saliva.
Exactly. Your body reacted to where your mind went. Other reactions. Anybody else? So I saw a couple of you kind of puckering and licking your lips. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mel.
Go ahead, Melanie.
I felt kind of that funny feeling in the back of my jaw.
Yeah. Yeah, I did, and I'm just. Hey, you're a cute dog. What else? What else works for you?
Chewing something like pretzels.
Chewing something like pretzels. Okay.
Repetitive.
Something that makes noise?
Not necessarily noise, but the chewing.
Okay, pretzels. So the focus is on chewing, okay? What else? Distraction from pain.
Cannabis.
Cannabis? I think I spelled that wrong. Is it I or you?
I.
It is. Okay. What else?
You gotta wait. I can't do it right now.
I also use a CBD THC 1-to-1 salve on my neck, and it really, really makes a difference.
I'm going to put also medications here. Well, no, that's different. Okay, so that's a treatment. Think about a technique.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for sharing that. That's okay. But think about a technique that these are fine to put up here because it's always good to put up all the ideas. Things like
ice.
Ice. Okay.
Yeah, like icing wherever it hurts, or somewhere like different to distract like the pain. I've recently been like putting ice like at a different spot in my body to distract the pain at where it's actually coming from.
Okay. How about reading a book? Does that work for anybody?
Yes, I like to read my devotionals. They're like a very good tool.
Yes.
And music, listening to music with my earbuds so that I'm just like in my own world listening to music.
I heard another one pop out.
Singing.
Great. Those are great to see. These things take. Our mind has to focus on them, right? So these are the kinds of distractions. And a hot shower, we're focused on the physical sensation of it. Yeah. Good. What else? Singing, music, reading a book. Particularly.
I play a game online, cribbage, where I have to pay attention to counting.
Nice, Melanie.
Any like other video games as well. Like I do first-person shooter games, so I'm like extremely concentrated on them.
Right. Video games, yeah. Good. Some of these are focusing on mental and physical. Yeah, what else can be a distraction?
I also like to talk to, I'm a person that I like to talk on the phone, and that always distracts me whenever I'm conversing with someone else.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I would just like to point out something, that one of the reasons we do brainstorms is not just to get your idea, but to share your idea with other people.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you may look at this list and go, wow, I never thought about singing as a distraction technique. And you may go, I want to try that. So this is an example of, sort of developing the group's wisdom and sharing our collective experience with each other, so that we share our experiences and things that work with each other,
Absolutely.
for ourselves, with each other.
Right. These are good. These are very good examples. If anybody else have another one they want to throw up, or we'll move on to our distraction.
I just wanted to say, not that this is available for everyone, but I joined a health club because they have a hot tub, and also I have a hot tub at home, and that really helps because it takes the weight off of my body and my back.
Absolutely.
And that really is helpful.
Absolutely. That is really great. Thank you for sharing these. So what I want to do now is we're going to practice a distraction technique.
I have to have earbuds in my ears and listen to music. Or
So you fall asleep listening to music?
yes.
Great.
Sometimes it could be spiritual music, which I love. Sometimes, like, I go to those places that have sound of rain or thunder. My husband thinks I'm crazy because he's like, who can sleep listening to thunder or rain? Like, how do you sleep like that? But it's soothing to me. It's just, and I'm afraid of thunder, but I can hear it and go to sleep to it, and especially like rain, like, or the ocean. Oh, love the ocean. But I have to have the earbuds because I don't want to wake my husband up. He has to go to work. He has to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So that's one reason. But two, I can just concentrate when I have an earbud. It's like I go in my own world and I can really concentrate.
Thank
Bit
you.
of a distraction.
Yes.
Kind of a distraction, huh?
A distraction. Okay, what else works for you, or you've heard works for other people?
I like no light at all.
Okay, no light.
Even little red lights on like a VCR, or I'm dating myself with a VCR, I guess. But anything like that, any little light, just.
Okay. So how do you actually do that? Do you have curtains?
I've got blackout curtains, and I close like the bathroom door to our bedroom because the light comes in through that. Okay. And even the neighbors that have a light on, and it gets kind of diffused through because of the way the bathroom window is. And so then
because sometimes I get like I like seeing the visual effects, but it's just like a lot of like whispering and tapping, and so you have to have your two earbuds in because they I don't know, they manipulate it to where like it goes from one earbud to the other.
So it's relaxing noises.
Kind of. Sometimes they're a little annoying. I at least have people they're annoying.
Okay.
Or they're like, some people have described them disgusting. It's not for everybody.
Okay.
So,
I like the ASMR that I like is the people going camping. They're not talking. They're just building a tent, or they're living in their van, or they're just cooking and making all this like noise. Is soothing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna try.
They're opening
this.
the package of the rice and putting up a stove and swishing things around.
Yes. Some of my favorite ones are like dogs
eating,
like they're eating, and so you hear like they're chewing a fruit or
yes,
something.
Yes. They're the best.
This is a new one on me.
Great.
I'm going to tell you a few others that Stanford has provided for us in case we need more. Developing, I call it sleep hygiene, like going to bed at the same time every night, trying to wake up at the same time every morning, helps to set a biological clock inside of us to expect sleep at a particular time.
A routine, like
a
I don't know if I spelled hygiene right, but yes.
Yeah. Get out in the sun every day.
Yeah.
If there is some sun, get out in it. It's hard to do when we've had such a rainy winter.
Yeah.
But there is evidence that getting out into the sun every day helps to set an internal biological clock. Make sure your bed is comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it isn't, do what you can to make it comfortable.
Yeah, bedding makes a difference. A very nice, soft, fluffy comforter. A very like cooling sheet, pillow, sham.
Yeah.
I tend to toss the pillow around when it gets hot on one side. I flip it over and flip it over. Sometimes I put ice pack in between because I have two pillows. I'll put an ice pack in between. Sometimes that's soothing, but definitely pillows and fluffy comforters. That's very soothing. And I bought myself a memory foam bed that helped a lot.
Yep.
That's great.
Yeah. Okay, so again, one of the reasons we do brainstorms is to suggest.
I just sat here thinking about two things, but I think I'm going to choose the walking because it's been something that me and my therapist and Dr. Young have talked about. It's been a really a very challenge for me because it creates more pain than it does good, but we still have hope that it can be accomplished. So I live in what's called a cul-de-sac. So I'm thinking I'm going to walk the cul-de-sac area. So all the way around into the end and turn that around and come back. I'm going to go for 3 days a week because I was going to say 5, but I'm like, no, baby steps.
Okay, good for you, Carmen.
Baby steps here. And I know Sunday is family day, so I probably wouldn't do it. Saturday and Sunday my husband has off, so I probably wouldn't do it. So I'm going to do it tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. And I think the cul-de-sac may be a 10, 15-minute walk. There and back. I have never timed it.
Okay, that's fine.
So
about 10 to 15 minutes.
I'm going to guess 10 to 15 minutes. Okay. And I'm going to record. I'm going to see how long it takes me, what my speed was, if I was just regular walking.
Yes.
I'm going to really document how it went for me.
That's perfect,
So
Carmen.
I could see myself. And I think I'm going to do it, I usually wake up around 10 at the latest. I think I'm going to try to do it around noontime.
Noon, okay.
Noon. And, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
What's your confidence level between 1 and 10?
That's a good one. I was debating that. I almost said a 7. I thought, nope. There we go again. Baby steps.
You can say a 7. You can say a 7.
I'm more confident in 6 to a 7. But let me go for 7. Let me give myself some points.
Because if you want to, you can make it 2 days instead of 3.
Okay.
Or you want to do it 2 days, you can still do 3. But if you say 2 days, your confidence level, can you be confident with a 7?
Yeah, if I do 2, I'm very confident with a 7.
Okay, good. Then we're changing it to a 2, and if you may do a 3, who knows?
Okay.
But this way, both ways you succeed.
Right. That's perfect. Yes.
Thank you.
Let me say something while I still remember it. Okay? We are each creating an action plan for ourselves, right?
Yes.
Just remember, some of our action plans are dependent on the weather.
Yes.
Yes.
Right? If it's awful weather, and it's not supposed to be, but if it is, feel free, you can change your action plan.
Yes.
As long as it's something you want or decide to do and it's achievable and it's action specific, just like all the steps here. Okay? Your action plan is not a prison. You are free to change it.
You can change it, you can modify it.
Right.
And actually, Charlie and I, one of us will check in with you in the middle of the week, and we'll see how you're doing. But I want to keep going. We've got
So I forgot my mask, which is crazy. I never do. My son has his, but we're outside and nobody's out here. So we'll just, if we seem to see someone coming towards us, we'll keep our distance big time. But I think it's even better without a mask right now because we get the fresh air. So we started right there where the white car is. That's my house. That's where we started. So we're going to do this cul-de-sac area. See, there is this neighbor in the car, and this ridiculous neighbor, but whatever. So, and I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you which way we're walking towards. You okay, mijo?
Yeah.
So this is the curve that we're going around. I have a timer started. We got to be careful here because we're walking the opposite way of the traffic, which is good. But people come around this curve pretty fast, like he just did. Let's get closer to here, huh? So it goes right to here and it ends at this stop sign right here, and then you have to make a left or a right. So we're walking. There you see my body in my shoes. My son has his Crocs on, and they're really comfortable for him. He has feet problems too. So he's got his pajamas on, but they're like clothes. They're not like pajamas. So he's fine. So far you're good, right, baby boy? Okay. So we're gonna go to the end where it says stop, and there's a stop sign, but the tree is kind of covering it. So yeah. How long do you think it'll take us to walk? I think it's gonna be less than 10 minutes for some reason. I thought it would be 15, but I was wrong. So here's a stop sign. This is where you have to turn right or turn left. So now we're gonna turn around, and then we're heading back that way. So you can see where we're going. I'm gonna turn the camera back around. So it's not a long walk, but it's a good first start. And like they said, they really stress baby steps. That's gonna be a part of our healing, and that's what we gotta tell our brains, to really baby steps. And that's how progress is gonna come. That's how change is gonna come. You can hear the ambulances. So there was that stop sign where we stopped at. We're going to the curve again. So I'll show you that now. So here's the curve again that we're gonna go around. And like I said, we're going in the opposite direction, so if we see a car coming, it's easily to see other than you walking and looking behind you. They said that's the safest way to walk. So, and then there it makes that turn, and you see that white car, that's where our house is. So not a far distance at all. So how do you feel about the walk so far, baby boy?
Yeah. Feels good.
Feels good, huh? Yeah. It's a beautiful sunny day. It's not hot, but it's not cold either. It's a very light breeze. It's like the perfect weather.
Spring.
So we couldn't have asked for better. Of course, we're still in spring, but you know, winter in the beginning of spring, we had some severe rain. We even got snow this year a lot. So it's nice to see some spring days, and we're looking so forward to summer. Always start a season really excited, and then I enjoy it to the fullest. But then by the end, I'm really ready for the next season. So I love all the seasons. Yeah, I hope we don't have no fires, because we're living in Northern California, so we get a lot of fires really bad. Not exactly the town that we live in don't get the worst. It's other towns around us that go worse. So we're thankful for that. But we still have to be careful. We get on evacuation notification. In the winter, we also get on flooding evacuation notices. So we're reaching our house. I'm wondering how long it took.
And wildfires is high risk for me.
So that's our house right there.
Wildfire is high risk for me, Luna, and Bobby.
Yeah, because they have asthma. So fires are not good for them at all. So we're back to our house. That was a good baby step walk. I'm sure we could have did more, but this is what it's all about, taking those baby steps, and your first day seeing, just testing the waters before you make a bigger commitment.
Walking the sidewalk because there were so many trees in the way.
So we have a bench right here that we can sit, take a deep breath if we wanted to. It's kind of sunny right here, so we don't want to be out here. We're going to go in the house where there's shade. But you see our door, we have the autism awareness signs because it is April. It is Autism Awareness Month. So we have all the autism awareness decoration that people know someone here is autistic. We support autism awareness. This is our life 24/7, 365. So yeah, so we're gonna go in the house and we're gonna look at the timer, see how long it took us. And we're gonna do this tomorrow. And I think this week we're gonna stay with this cul-de-sac, even though we feel we could do more. And then next week I'll probably challenge myself to a different area, maybe the park. And it actually might be good because hopefully my daughter will be healthier. By then she has COVID right now. She'll be better and we could go, my granddaughter's been wanting to go to the park. So that would be a perfect time to go to the park, do our walk, and sit at the picnic table and have lunch together. We haven't did that in a while and these days are really beautiful. So we want to take advantage. So that'll be probably my next week's challenge homework. So I'm happy to say that we fulfilled the cul-de-sac. I don't feel any pain so far, so that's what I was looking for. And I guess because I was talking, I didn't really feel the walk. Maybe next time I should just record and not talk and see how it feels that way, if I concentrate more on pain or not. So I'm gonna just test it out. But thank you for coming along with us, and I'll let you know how I did. So we're about to do my second day of walking. I was gonna do it Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Of course, life happens. It didn't work out that way. We did do it Thursday, and then I was gonna do it Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So yesterday didn't work out. So here we are, Saturday. I'm gonna get my walk in today, and then I got tomorrow to do my third walk to accomplish my goal. We calculated 7 or 8 minutes. I didn't stop the timer in time, so we're thinking 7 minutes, but I'm gonna actually do the timer this time and see how long it took us. It was a pretty good walk. It was pretty fast. So I think we'll do good again today. So let's do this.
It's because there's some trees in the way.
Here we are leaving our house, which is right there. And I already started the timer just like a couple of seconds ago. So this is the way we walk, just like we did yesterday. Here, come over here. Just like we did yesterday. All the way around the cul-de-sac to the stop sign and back. So let's see how it goes.
Walking all the way to the end of the block.
So here's my son. He's with me again. We're doing this together, even though he doesn't have this goal. But we've been wanting to do it together for our other health issues, cholesterol, stuff like that. So since I'm doing this goal, we might as well kill two birds with one stone. So ooh, there's too many bees around here. Oh no. Too many bees.
A lot of bugs are coming back because when summer is coming, they come back.
Yeah. So here we go. I don't have the proper shoes on. The shoes that I did the first day I walked was good because they had a lot of memory foam, and they're like sandals or slides in a tennis shoe style. We got a car coming around us. These do have like a memory foam feel, but they don't have official memory foam. They're just really cushiony. So I figured they'll be okay to walk. We'll see what my feet said later. But we're going around the cul-de-sac right now. We're going to walk to that stop sign again and then back.
Walking to the cul-de-sac is like, I hear someone texting me.
Oh, it must be Carolina.
She said okay.
My son has his Crocs on again.
She texted me back saying okay. That's it.
So, yep, we're walking. We're almost there. This walk is a pretty quick walk. Like I said, I'm sure we could do more, but we're taking baby steps. That's what they encourage you to do.
The big test for walking is walking here all the way to the Walmart. That's the big test.
Maybe the next walk it'll be at the actual park. So here's the stop sign. We've made it, so we're gonna turn back around. And we just turned back around. So we're heading back this way. So we're arriving close to our house. That's our cars right there, where the autism stuff is. So I'm curious to see when I stop the timer once I get in the house, what it says versus what I got the other day. Not too bad of a walk, huh, baby boy?
Yeah. The hardest test for walking is walking for like an hour to get there. Just start walking.
So we're going in.
The bike I would like is a 3-wheel bike.
Okay, let's see what the timer says.